Recording and playback of this presentation was made possible by GLEE, Green Living and Energy Education. To learn more about what GLEE does on behalf of individuals, businesses, and policymakers in the Florida Keys, please visit our website at www.keysglee.com.
Allowing me the opportunity to speak to your group today. Recycle Bank is a premier rewards and loyalty program that motivates households to recycle. We basically work with county governments, city governments. We also work with independent haulers with their individual households to help them increase the amount of recyclables that their households are recycling now, and also to help increase the number of households that recycle in a particular community. What Recycle Bank does not do is we do not do the collection. We don't own trucks and we don't own the MRF. We don't sell the materials. That's all up to the municipalities and haulers to work with that. Basically what we do is we provide the program that helps to get more participation and get more folks involved in recycling. Recycle Bank is basically a three-part process. Part number one is that every household that's being serviced will have a 64 or a 95-gallon cart. And we're also looking at utilizing single-stream processing so that an individual household can put everything in the cart that their community recycles. The paper products, the glass, the bottles, the containers, the plastics, whatever your city is recycling, we'd allow them to put it all into one container. The second piece of it is on that container, we have a radio frequency ID chip. That radio frequency ID chip is about the size of a quarter and about 4 quarters thick. What we do is we rivet it on to the front of the container. That's step number 2 there, where we actually record the address that's being picked up on collection day. When the recycling truck comes by, the radio frequency ID chip is activated. It activates an onboard computer. And on the truck, we have an onboard computer. We have scales. So when the driver takes the container around and puts it on the back of the truck, it actually weighs it. At the same time, it's also recording the address that's being picked up, and it also records the chip ID number. So the truck continues on its route. It picks up all the households, and when it gets filled up, it goes to the goes to the MRF. And when it gets to the recycling facility, we'll work with the recycling facility, and we'll provide a Recycle Bank computer there. And basically what happens is the truck, the radio frequency ID chip activates the computer in the recycling facility, and it downloads all the information from the computer that's on board the truck to the computer that's in the recycling facility. Then we send that information up to our office in Philadelphia, where the individual points are calculated. We take the weights, convert those weights into points, and we deposit points into an online account for every household. Then every household can go to www.recyclebank. They can log on to their account. They can actually get in there and see how many points that they've earned, and then they can transfer those points into rewards. So I'd like to talk a little bit about how Recycle Bank creates value for a community. We know how it works a little bit there. Let's talk about how we create value. Let's take a community with 25,000 single-family homes. They're going to recycle about 2,500 tons on an annual basis. If we take that 2,500 tons and subtract it from the 25,000 tons, that means that 22,500 tons of material is being put in the landfill, and 22,500 tons of waste going to the landfill at $50 a ton equates to about $1,125,000 per year that this community will spend on disposing of their waste material at a diversion rate of 10%. So what happens then is Recycle Bank, you launch the Recycle Bank program, and what can we do for that community? Well, basically what we're going to be able to do is we're going to take that diversion rate to 40%, which is about 10,000 pounds of recyclables per year. So if we take 10 tons from the 25,000 tons, that means that 15,000 tons of waste is going to the landfill, 10,000 tons is being recycled. And if we take that 15,000 tons at $50 a ton, this city is spending $750,000 on disposal costs. So before the program, they were spending $1,125,000. After, they're spending about $750,000. The community saves about $375,000 a year in annual disposal costs. So there's a savings. Not to mention, the material then can be sold. That 15,000 tons is going to be sold, and you'll be able to get a return on that. And then you equate the loads that aren't being hauled, and you can save money on man hours and fuel on the loads that aren't being hauled for the trash out. What else do we bring? How else do we create value for a community? Well, what we're looking at, again, is the same size community, 25,000 single-family homes, generating 25,000 tons of total waste material. Okay, that's 25,000 tons is recycling and solid waste. The potential for that size community to have in local economic development from our recycle bank households spending their money in the local economy is $6 million. And basically what we're looking at is a home with an average of 20 pounds of recyclables per pickup per week can earn about $240 per year worth of annual partner rewards. Now, again, we put points into their account, but the points equate to about $240 per year. Now, you take that $240 a year times 25,000 households, we're looking at $6 million of potential spending in that community. And they'll be spending those points at local businesses in addition to at 70 national account partners that work with us at Recycle Bank. So you're getting the local economic development being brought into your community also. And we'll actually send a team of folks out to talk to local businesses to see if they would like to be a part of the program and offer a reward to the households in your community. The third piece, how we create value for a community, is the environmental savings. If we take a look at this community that generates 15,000 tons of recycled material, that 15,000 tons of recycled material equates to 150,000 trees saved and 10 million gallons of fuel saved. So you're getting the economical impact and helping your eco footprint for your city. So what you're looking at, again, what we bring is disposal cost avoidance saving, in this case about $315,000, about $6 million of potential local economic development, dollars being spent in your community from people redeeming their rewards from our program, and then the 150,000 trees being saved and the 10 million gallons of fuel, the economic piece. How it works. When we launch a program in a city, again, we're founding on the base that every household will have a cart, that cart will have a chip. When we come into the community, we send out what we call a welcome packet, and as you see there, it says how it works. And on that welcome packet, it talks about how the Recycle Bank program works. It tells them they can go to www.recyclebank. We give them a 1-800 number that they can call. And then at the bottom of the page, it says recycle this. This would be the types of material that your community recycles, and we customize that piece to you. We also send out an activate flyer, which when the citizens activate their account, they go online, they get an additional 40 points. And when we do the initial launch also, we'd ask that the mayor or your city manager or one of your local political officials send out a note to all the citizens saying we're involved in the Recycle Bank program, kind of a kickoff to the program. We do a program kickoff. We also have our Public Relations and Marketing Department working closely with your Economic Development Department or your Chamber of Commerce to help identify local businesses that want to be a part of the program. So we do, in the initial 90 days of the program, we do a lot of publicity work to get the word out to everyone in the community so that they're well aware of the program is being launched and what's in it for them. The next piece is once the households start to recycle, they want to find out how they can get their rewards. So they'll go to www.recyclebank, to our homepage. And what will they find on Recycle Bank homepage? First thing they'll find is a log-on and a password number where they can log on because they want to get to their specific account and their specific information. So they're going to log on. It'll take them to their specific site page. But we have additional information that will help the community out. We have an eco footprint up in the upper right-hand corner, and what you'll see up there is that the total number of Recycle Bank Customers so far have saved 223,115 trees and 3,667,000 gallons of oil so far. And on their specific page, what we find here is it tells about their household, this individual household. And on here it says that they have 10,375 points. This particular household has saved 4.8 trees and 321 gallons of fuel. It also gives their name, their account number. You'll know that there's a container ID number. You can identify their container number. It talks about how many points, details how many points that they have,